Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Thomasin PA 2066. Today is 25th of February 2023. I have a series of video taking on a topic that is about frequently asked questions. Question that I've seen people frequently asking about, and I like to provide a shortened answer to these questions. However, I must disclose myself that I am not a legal qualified person. I'm not a practicing lawyer. So please do seek your legal advisor, your attorney or your advocates to give you the best service. So let me begin this series, 5 of this series episodes on frequently asked questions. Welcome, tag 139, frequently asked question in real estate, episode number 1, foreign spouse. I'm Thomasin PA 2066. Today is 25th of February 2023. So this series will be short and sweet, hopefully answering some questions. This question is mostly raised in Johor Bahru or in Singapore. A lot of Malaysians who are working in Singapore, and they have married to other nationals from other country, and then they come back to Malaysia and they are not sure whether they are considered local or they are considered foreigner. So the thing is that I must highlight the law of the land and how it affects you. Disclaimer: to consult your own lawyer, as all the material I use here are presented here are not constituting a legal advice. I am not a qualified legal person, so please consult your lawyer for more detailed information about law that affecting your position. So foreign spouse, who can own properties? Now, is it under MM2H as a foreigner, or is it a local? If you are married to a Malaysian and you come back to Malaysia, I give an example. I am a Malaysian, but working and living in Singapore for many years. A lot of this case happen. I'm now married to my husband, who is a British national, and we have 2 children. And now, we have a plan of going back to Kuala Lumpur, as my husband recently got expatriate posting. So this occurs a lot. Married to a foreigner, already had many years left in Malaysia, but still a Malaysian citizen, now wants to come back and settle down in Malaysia. So a question asked, can we buy a landed double-story old house at about 850,000 somewhere around Kajang or Sungai Long? So this is an example I give. It can be any other places in other states or other township, but this generally thinking that if, let's say, I go back, if I got a neighborhood, my familiar place who is at a sub-sale, something like this, can I buy? So issue at hand and the argument is that this person is a lady who has stayed and worked in Singapore for many years, but she is still Malaysian, now come back for good to Malaysia and wanting to settle down, wanting to buy a property. So now 850,000 house in, let's say, Kajang. So if you are looking at it as on the right hand side first, a wife who is a Malaysian, and if she buys a property as a Malaysian, her own ownership, that means she buys this particular 850,000 house herself as a single owner, proprietary owner. In the process of paying for it, she can actually pay for this property because she is a Malaysian. And even if she is a Malaysian Malay who fulfills the Bumiputra status, she can even buy the Bumiputra lot or those Tanah Rizab Melayu, the Malay restricted types of house land, and there is no restriction for herself. Hence, for her buying property, sub-sale property at 850,000, she has all the right as a Malaysian citizen to purchase on her own. But however, if, let's say she comes back to Malaysia and then she doesn't have the saving and she needs to work together as well as the husband to join them, to purchase this property, then what happens? Because the husband is a foreigner, so assuming both are joint named in the purchase, it will be taken as a foreign purchase. It has to go through the FIC, Foreign Investment Committee, to get the approval to purchase this property lah. Of course, it's all up to the state. Although in the state there is a requirement that foreigner purchasing into say at Kajang, Hulu Langat, it has the rules that only above 2 million, only above 2 million. So 850,000 property, if joint name by this person to buy, is not meeting the requirement. So she cannot join name with the husband to buy this property. So this part on the issue is that if the wife has to join name to gain loan also, if there is a name for her to be getting the loan, the bank would always want that the house purchase would have to have her name, because she basically needs to be the owner of the house that the loan is paid to. So if the application is that the house need to meet up the loan which is joint name, then in that sense that the ownership of the house also need to have the husband's name. So in that scenario, the SPN name as well as the loan agreement name will be both joint name, and if both joint name means it will be taken as a foreign purchase. So this part would be difficult unless the wife basically just buy it under her name. There is no loan, or the wife has only herself as a person to loan the property. Of course, more detailed way of doing the loan, you need to speak to your bankers, and the bankers may assist you in getting some of this done. Maybe the wife herself may not able to obtain the full loan, but then the husband or a relative can be a guarantor. So in the case of a guarantor, then do not need to have the guarantor's name in the title in eventual time, and therefore the sales and purchase agreement there is no need of the guarantor's name. So this is the way So in the case of zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, when you look into Selangor, there is a variable in the case of how much a foreigner can buy. So the foreigner in the area like Petaling, Gombak, Hulu Langat, Sepang and Klang, it will be more than 2 million for residential, and commercial has to be more than 3 million. So zone 2, Sekolah Selangor and Langat is also the same, whereas the more remote place, Hulu Langat and Sabak Mendam, is 1 million for residential and 3 million for commercial. So Kajang is in Mukim under daerah Hulu Langat, therefore is considered at minimum 2 million. So the house is 850,000. If both husband and wife join name, then the requirement by FIC, the Foreign Investment Committee, may disapprove, not allowed to buy 850,000. So conclusion: if a joint name, foreigner spouse would make the, and is more than 1 million in most places, and then in hot area like Selangor for 2 million at least. For Sarawak and Sabah, we know it is property is more than 600,000. Thank you very much. My platforms for you, and also my contact number. I am Thomasin PA 2066. Thank you for coming to my channel. These are my website addresses and my mobile number.